What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB back in the building, back with another video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into this really quickly, guys. I wanted to talk about your boy Manny Pacquiao. Now, I did a video probably a few weeks back now where Manny Pacquiao was being interviewed and he was posed a question about who he would rather face out of Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford, or Conor McGregor. Now, a lot of people were taken aback because he chose Conor McGregor out of those three. And he gave his reasonings about why he would rather face Conor McGregor out of those three first. He said he wanted to know what it was like to face an MMA fighter. Now, I'm looking at this article here in Bad Left Hook, and he also says he's willing to donate a big portion of the money to COVID-19 victims in his home country of the Philippines. And we know, like I said in that previous video, Manny loves to do a lot of charity work. He does a lot of good things. He's a humanitarian. Now, the thing that people were talking about was the quote that he said about Spence, and I'm going to read what he said here. He says, Spence is too slow. Spence is slower than Thurman, but it's going to be a good fight. So that lets you guys know he's still looking at fighting Errol Spence Jr. Probably sometime after he gets this fight with Conor McGregor. Let's face it, man, he's been out of the ring for about 18 months now. He's probably going to need a tune-up before he faces off with a young lion like Errol Spence Jr. And Conor McGregor would probably be, a good little tune-up match because we know Conor's not beating Manny Pacquiao in the ring, guys. Now, let's get to what he said about Errol being too slow. He said Errol is slower than Thurman. And honestly, guys, I got to agree. Errol Spence Jr. isn't as fast as Keith Thurman. And we know Keith Thurman isn't as fast as Manny Pacquiao. Now, will that be a problem for Errol Spence going into this fight? It possibly could be. That's one thing about Manny Pacquiao. We know, he has lightning hand speed. He has those crazy angles in the ring, and he possesses a lot of power. He's an awkward fighter, so it could pose a problem. Now, even though Errol's not the speed guy, he does bring a lot to the table as well. We know how great foot placement that he has in the ring. We know he likes to work behind his jab. He does an excellent job of it, and he's a solid body puncher. So, like I said, they both bring great things to the table. But I will agree with Pacquiao on that. Errol Spence Jr. is not as fast as Keith Thurman in that ring. So only time will tell when these guys get in the ring, who wants it the most, who has the skills to pay the bills to get it done. We're just going to have to wait and see. So hopefully Manny Pacquiao gets this Conor McGregor fight soon, because the fight that we want to see is Errol Spence Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. I can't wait. These are two great fighters, guys. I love them both. And 221 is going to be a hell of a year for boxing. So, but tell me what you guys think about, Manny Pacquiao's words that Spence is too slow and that he's slower than Thurman in the comment section, guys. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.